Henry, congratulations on your victory this evening. I can't imagine that you could have thought it would go much better than that. What's the emotion like right now? What does this win mean to you?
I told you guys before, this win was not just for me, but for every flyweight out there that wanted the opportunity to fight for a world title someday. You know, and I put him on the map. I beat, I know he may not accept it from what I'm hearing, but I beat the greatest bantamweight of all time. And I mean, this is a flyweight. This is the guys that are boring.
Let's talk about the stoppage. I mean, you're right. TJ was here earlier, and he's frustrated to say the least. He feels like an opportunity was taken from him that he didn't get to finish the fight. And Dana was actually here earlier and said, he didn't want to take anything away from you. He felt like you were aggressive and you were doing very well. But he also said maybe would have liked to see him let it go just a little bit longer. What do you think? You were in there.
I think it was a great stoppage. I felt his body go limp. I wouldn't be throwing. You guys have to understand, I weighed in at 146 pounds when I fought him. Strong, and you could see it. Every blow that he took, he was eating some hammers. And I thought it was a good stoppage because, man, if he was going to take another 10, 20 hits. When your body goes limp like that, when you cut weight like that and thinking you're going to go out there and just take my belt from me, that's not the way it works. So I think it was a great stoppage. This is why MMA is sanctioned now because of refs. So if I was to talk to that ref, I was like, hey, man, you're okay, man. We're both in there. We saw him go limp a few times. Watch it again, and you'll see it.
TJ, you said, hey, let's do it at 135. I'll do it again. Let's do it for your belt. TJ said, I want to do it again at 125, man. I just feel like I didn't get to do it. Would you entertain that idea? I mean, you're fighting for the flyweight division. You're fighting for all flyweights. Would you entertain the idea of doing it again at 125?
We would have to. I would have to talk to Dana, talk to Ali, talk to the team. It's open. It's open. But at the same time, man, I got the gold. The golden rule. The guy with the gold makes the rules, for sure, man. And I think partially what makes TJ good is the fact that he is a sore loser. So am I. But you know what? At least I'm able to accept it and, get better from it. I saw he was hurt since the beginning. I thought it was that kick that really kind of rattled him. And I'm going to have to rewatch that fight, but I could tell, I saw him going limp. I saw his body changing. I mean, I shoved him down. You shove somebody down, they're hurt, guys. If I do this to you and you're just, come on.
Last thing for me, Henry. We asked Dana, hey, come on, man, what's the future of the flyweight division? Tell us. And he said, listen, I said we'd see what happened on Saturday. I didn't say we'd have an answer on Saturday, so he wouldn't tell us. I mean, have you talked to him? Do you have any insight? What's going on? Because everybody's just trying to figure out, did this help the division stick around?
I think so. I think it did. I think this victory, even though a lot of people would say it was an early stoppage, I mean, I did this, again, not for me, for all those little guys that will never make it to 135 pounds. It's sad, man. It's sad that they let half the roster go. I mean, good guys that I was like, hey, I got my eyes on these guys. Now I'll never see them again. And I'm able to kind of carry everybody forward. It's like, hey, dude, don't underestimate. Don't underestimate the little guys. Don't underestimate the flyweights. I mean, Demetrius Johnson has reigned for a long time. I mean, he showed a display of art, of poetry and motion. And now I'm going in there and taking out the bantamweight champ. I mean, what's not exciting about it?
Henry, you spent all week over here.
Yeah.
You spent all week discussing how you were doing this for flyweights. Yet after the fight, you asked for TJ at 135. Why call him out at that weight? Why not call him out back at 125 again or another flyweight contender?
Because I think Ali wants to answer that. Because I gave him the opportunity. It's part of it too, is added to my legacy. I've done things at from the Olympics to defeating two of the greatest, fighters of all time. I feel like now it's okay, guys. I think I have the right to say, hey, give me a shot. Allow me to keep this bout at 125 pounds. You can get your rematch, but let's do it at 135 pounds. Give me a shot now. It's almost like the champ loses his juice, guys. he's gonna fight somebody. He's gonna go defend his title, 135 pounds, and he's got a loss underneath me. That doesn't make any sense, right? Or maybe. I don't know. I'm just happy.
Yeah, Henry, you said right there, you're happy right here. But is there any part of you that, doesn't feel entirely satisfied? I mean, Dana did say that he thought it was a terrible stoppage. TJ is very upset. There's feedback from fans. Like, this should be the greatest moment of your career, right? Is there any part of it that doesn't feel like that?
No, because to be honest with you, the greatest moment of my career as of now was beating Demetrius. And I've said it all along. I said TJ is good, but he would never beat Demetrius Johnson. I've always said, DJ would stop him. Since the first time they asked me. This is why I even asked Dana White when they were trying to do the DJ fight. I texted him. I says, hey, give me TJ Dillashaw. If Demetrius Johnson doesn't want to fight him, give me him. I want him, and I'll do it for free. Because I knew Demetrius Johnson would beat him, and that just kind of solidifies kind of how the fight would go. I'm a big 25-pounder, man. I can easily fill into 35, no problem. I believe that I'll even be bigger than these guys at 35. With the team that I have, with the science that I'm using, guys, I'm strong. I'm strong. I have a great team behind me. I mean, man, God bless whoever wants to fight me.
If you do go up, do you feel like, we've seen sometimes we saw Amanda Nunes, she wanted like 8 months to, put on the weight properly and everything. George St. Pierre always talked about that. Do you feel like you would need a little bit of time to, be there? I know you've fought 135 in the past several times, but do you want to do it like over a certain time frame? I
do, because now there's an X, man. When you beat somebody like TJ, everybody wants a piece of you now. And there's going to be a lot of naysayers. Oh, you didn't beat DJ, and now they stopped it too early with TJ. It's like, God, when am I gonna get the respect that I need, that I deserve? When? But it doesn't even bother me no more because, man, I got the credentials to prove it, and that's all there is to it.
And just 2 more things. Did you catch Joseph Benavidez's performance tonight? I assume he would be the #1 contender if you and TJ don't run it back.
You know what? I didn't. I saw the first round of his fight, but I was so busy. I just wanted to see how the first round went, and I closed my eyes like fights before I warm up or whatnot, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But I'd like to go back and I heard it was a close fight though.
Yeah, and just last thing, you are the first owner of that new UFC championship belt right there. Just give us your thoughts on it. What do you think about that new belt design?
It's cool. It's heavy. I think it feels like it's a lot heavier than the other one. I think it's something new. I wonder how long the UFC is going to keep that belt, but it's something new. So hopefully, I'm the first one to pose in it. So it's all right. You guys like it?
It's growing on me.
You guys like it?
Quick question for you, DJ. So obviously the fight.
Henry.
Good Lord. Sorry, that's twice now I messed up with you. I apologize. You got only a few seconds of work in with him. It seemed like you were faster than TJ. Is that a correct assessment?
Yes. Maybe not faster, more explosive. I think my timing. I had studied this. I knew exactly his movement. I knew all his smoke bombs. We went out and we hired. We got guys that know the system. We brought guys in from Holland. I mean, it was truly like a masterpiece of all these like great MMA scientists that we all came together. So I knew exactly when he was in a dip, not to overreact, and that's all she wrote, man. I think I'm the one that came out. I was the aggressor. Like I went out there and I claimed my territory.
Well, for the record, I think he stumbled over his own feet when you pushed him. I think he got his feet caught up, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If you ever fought before?
No, personally.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's different, especially because he's a wrestler. There's different reactions. Somebody pushes me, man, I'm going to my back, I'm kicking you. He was out, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, I hope you guys accept his win.
The record books show.
I'm just stealing everything. I'm just stealing everything, guys. I'm a thief.
Henry, congratulations on first successful title defense. The plan tonight was to save the flyweight division. Moving forward, is the plan to become a double champ as well, or to keep the flyweight?
I can't even answer that because I don't even know what the UFC or Dana White's even thinking. I'm starting to sound like like I'm pregnant.
You got the gold.
I do, but at the same time, man, it's a monopoly. It's we got to sit down and talk to the team, man, and see what. I have to literally sit down across from Dana White and sincerely talk to him, like, hey, man, what's going on? Because I'm not going to be part of a division if they're just going to get rid of everybody. It's like, who the hell am I going to fight?
Henry, to your left. Henry?
Yeah.
To your left.
Oh,
There we are.
Oh, my bad.
Hi. All good. Heading into this fight, TJ
I was looking at the blonde.
Fair enough. Heading into this fight, TJ was ranked 5th pound for pound, you 11th. After today's result, where do you think you belong pound for pound?
I honestly, I really don't care. And I've always been actually, I kind of don't. I was like, I'm still behind Stipe and Conor. These guys don't even have belts. Again, that goes back to respect. That goes back to, dude, I'm one of the greatest combat athletes of all time. Ain't nobody, Daniel, and I know they get sick of hearing it. Ain't nobody done what I've done. In my opinion, I'm the true champ. But it really doesn't. The pound for pound, man. These are just all predictions. Unless I'm in Daniel Cormier's position, then I'll be happy. But as of now, man, I'm still striving to take his spot.
And then just from looking at tape, I wonder how you feel. But going back, this was a great result for you, and there's been other ones, the Hayes fight and the Pettis fight. But it looked to me like, in going back in your career, the Hayes fight was where everything began to turn a little bit. Do you feel like that was a turning point, like this level of fighting ability you've hit? What was the moment where you really ascended to that?
I think it was, and I said it before. It was facing my problems. I was stuck at home. I wasn't at the right camp. I didn't have the right people in my life. I went out, traveled the world, went out to Brazil, went out to Holland, went out to Asia, started kind of expanding my mind. And I think a lot of it was through defeat. Losing has only motivated me. Losing has only kind of made me, has put that chip on my shoulder. And that's kind of what's made me dangerous. And that's really what makes me special, is the fact that I'm able to overcome adversity and I'm able to become better because of it.
Henry, with an Olympic gold medal, you've left your legacy on the wrestling world. You're starting to do that here in the UFC. How important is it to you, or what kind of motivation does it give you to be and to continue proving that you're the best combat athlete ever?
So you say that again? It's the love of competition. It's the love of competing. It's the love of pushing my mind, body, and soul to levels of extremes that I've never felt before. It's challenging myself. It's putting myself in these deep waters when I'm training. It's the discipline. It's all these things that a lot of you guys probably don't see. It wasn't just the right hand that knocked this guy out. There was a whole process to this. There is a whole method to this. Where's Ariel Helwani? Where's he at? Where's Mr. Nose? I wanted some questions from him.
Sorry, one more. You mentioned earlier that you said you felt pregnant. Could you clarify those things?
I'm saying that because I keep nagging about the saving the flyweight division and all that. It could take a toll on you too. And I did all that. I did all that because for a reason, to bring attention to our division. Coming out with the snake, coming out with the gold suit with my gold medal, guys, this is I mean what I'm saying. I'm walking the talk too on top of all that. It's like, and now I just feel like it's just an echo. It's like when's Dana, when's the UFC gonna actually, okay, you guys are back in. Sure. So that's why I was feeling pregnant.
A little bit off topic, but it's your first official title defense, and these new belts, you're supposed to acquire a new crystal with each defense. Does your belt have a new crystal for this title defense yet?
No, I think they told me that they're gonna take it off and put one on. Is there one on there now? There is. Yeah, there is. I think it's like a red one. But it sucks because they used to. The only thing that I would complain about is they used to always give us a new belt every time you fight. So now they got a little smarter. We're just gonna add a little crystal now. A little budget cut, but I see you.
I know we're playing a lot of what ifs, but if you go to 135 and you were to defeat TJ again, would that be a move you'd want to stay at 135? I know you'd struggled with 125 in the past, but that seemed to be a long time ago. Is that even a concern? Are you thinking about an eventual move to 135, or is this all just in the air still?
Man, if I was to be honest with you, I am eventually. I'm big, guys. Like it's not easy. It's not easy getting the weight off. You guys saw how shredded I am. I was probably the last one to weigh in too at the weigh-ins. I mean, it's not. I was still sweating by the time I got on the scale. I sacrificed my body a lot. I'm gonna be 32 next month. I've been making this weight since I was in high school. Eventually I do want to go up, but I want to go up with the purpose of fighting for another one of these. To make an imprint in my legacy that people are going to remember forever. Hey, this guy did something that nobody's ever done. You can win 50 belts, you can win whatever, but man, what I've done in sports is iconic. It's iconic because of that. That would be one of the reasons.
Thanks, Henry. Congratulations today.
Thank you.